Hello everyone, this is Rainout. Welcome back to St. Louis Billikens Dynasty. And last week we had a tough defeat against our in-state rival, Mizzou. We had our chances in that game, we were in it, but we made a few too many mistakes that we couldn't recover from. And unfortunately that means we've dropped to 1-1 on the season, and the schedule isn't getting any easier. We are now going on the road to play number 9 Colorado. They're 1-0. But they did probably lose a few big pieces over the offseason. They more than likely lost Shedeur Sanders. They more than likely lost Travis Hunter as well. So it'll be interesting to see what this team looks like now. And I'm sure it'll be a tough matchup, and we'll have to be ready for it. But this team is much improved. Even though we couldn't pull off a win against Mizzou, we did play them better. And yeah, we'll have to give Colorado a good one. Here we are at Folsom Field. The Buffaloes are rumbling. They're coming out in the all blacks. We will be rocking the all whites, and it'll be I guess they're Big 12 now, aren't they? Big 12 versus MAC showdown here. Number 9 Colorado against 1-1 St. Louis University. And we will send the ball off first, means we will get the ball to start the second off. That's how I always prefer it. It's sometimes nice to set the tone early by getting the ball first, but I feel like the opportunity to double up after halftime, scoring and then immediately getting the ball back is just too good to pass up on. Not that it happens much for us. We have a problem scoring. And now here's the first look at this Colorado offense, and that's an 11-yard gain. I'm going to try out a new system here to try to contain the run a little bit better, but called dime to start the game, and now it looks like we're going to be stuck out here with it. They are not calling any. They are going hurry up, so we can't switch formations, and they're going to go read option. And I'm not sure who their quarterback is. He's number 10. Isn't Shedeur 10 too? But I don't think that's him, is it? I think it's someone else. And they're just dicing us up right now. Yeah, there's just holes all over this defense right now. This is a point where you might even consider calling a timeout, just to switch formations, but I don't think it's worth it first drive of the game. Run up the middle, can't make a tackle, bounces outside, and that's going to be your first touchdown. The Buffaloes waste no time marching on the field on that drive. They caught us out there in dime. They saw a mismatch, and they just exploited it for 8 straight plays. And Dallin Hayden was the one with the finishing blow. Yeah, we had a linebacker meet him in the hole, and dude barely even moved. And then we tried to light him up at the goal line, and it was like we bounced off a brick wall. So yeah, that's a good start. We are playing the Terminator here in Colorado. That's always a good sight. 6 plays, 75 yards. I mean, that's just sheer domination, and hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. But yeah, I did that whole talk last time of how we're switching our personnel look, our formation, to try to really hone in on stopping the run. And then first play of the game, I called dime because I'm not thinking. And then we just never get a chance to switch off it, and that was our downfall. So now here's our offense getting to work. There's Trinidad to Oscar Choi out on the bubble screen. Gain of 4. And I think we just run it up the middle. They got no one in the box. Here's Lonnie Dunbar. He's got a first down and more. Carries a few defenders for a few extra yards, and that's the first down. Lonnie Dunbar got hurt last week. He had some back spasms, so he missed a whole half, but he's back here, doesn't look hurt, and broke off a big run for his first touch. Now here's Trinidad trying to make something happen. Kind of looked like Caleb Williams there, just dancing around in the pocket, but you're not that agile in this game. Now we need something back. He looks so slow trying to... And that's an interception. There's no way. What am I doing? I don't know how he's so slow. He has 90 speed, and he has Magician, I'm pretty sure. But he cannot move in the pocket. I don't get it. Now I just tried to just get rid of it, and instead of throwing it to the wide receiver, it threw it to the quarterback just standing right next to him. They won inside, tried to roll out. He closed up quick, and then, yeah, the wide receiver just didn't even try to fight for the ball. Didn't try to jockey for position. They just stood right next to each other, and then the cornerback reached out and snagged it. And then their running back's off and running again. And we're in the nickel now. I keep just mindlessly picking the first coach option I see. You just shoot a gap here. I mean, it took 5 guys to bring him down, but it finally happens. And I did not mean to switch on the safety, and I just got burned because I wasn't paying attention. All right. I mean, yeah, the worst possible start you could have possibly hoped for. And there's no reason this team should be this good. I mean, it's Colorado, and they no longer have their best players. But they're just making it look easy right now. And yeah, we need to wake up. I think that's pretty obvious. Here's Lonnie Dunbar up the middle. I mean, that was the problem with the last drive. The running game looked so well, and then I just decided to start calling pass plays for absolutely no reason. Here's Lonnie Dunbar again, trying to get the edge. Has just barely enough speed to get back to the line. Gets a gain of 1 after all that. And we need to get Trinidad in rhythm here. Maybe a jet touch pass just to get a positive passing play on it. And we just go nowhere. And this is a 3rd and long. Can't have 2 barely positive plays in a row and expect to do anything with a drive, but we'll have to do something here. And it's open enough. There's LJ Young Jr. He gets 4th and inches, and yeah, we cannot punt back to this offense. They will just score immediately. Cameron T couldn't do it for us last week. He got stood up at the goal line, but we'll trust him again. No, it's Dunbar out here now. It's not technically a jumbo set, and he gets a first down. Looked like he could have got a lot more, but he got suctioned into a tackle. Lonnie Dunbar does the job, and we have to take a shot here. We need to take the top off this defense, and Oscar Choi's got room. Oscar Choi makes a diving play, and he makes the catch. Would have been a sure touchdown if Vince Trinidad could put it in stride. Led him just a little too much, and Oscar Choi had to make a diving reception, but he made it work. We're now in the red zone, and we're threatening here. Give it back to Lonnie Dunbar. He's already hurt. We just cannot stop getting hurt all of a sudden. I feel like this wasn't really that much of a problem last year. And just a free blocker off the edge. Free rusher, I mean, not a free blocker. And yeah, that just takes away all the momentum we had. And now it's 3rd and 14. I mean, that was our elite dev left tackle that just allowed a guy to run right past him. And by that point, it was too late. And do we take the 3 points here? Seems like a cowardly thing to do, but what are the odds we're going to get 8 yards here against this defense with how we've been playing so far? We sneak it through. A lot of wind on that one, but made it work. And it's 14-3 now. So we had a great chunk play with the slot fade, but couldn't get anything going after that. And we're only down 11 now. So good stuff. I just need to really make sure I pick a good play or a good formation here on this drive, because we'll probably be stuck in it for a while. And they want us to run dime. Yeah, the only problem is we have Maurice Hester, our best power rusher, out in coverage. And here we go. We finally get to the quarterback and bring him down for the sack. That's the left end, I'm pretty sure. Haven't really had to say his name much. Don't even know who he is, and I guess we won't know. Yeah, I guess we're sticking with the 4-3 here, and it'll be a quick screen. We got no help out there, and they get around 9 back. 3rd and 8. We'll shade underneath. It's maybe a little bit risky. The quarterback going to try to take off, and he's going to get sacked again. That's a coverage sack. No one came open, and that's Walters. who finally got home. He might have had space to run if he was able to break the contain, but couldn't quite do it. Lester Walters getting home, the senior. Yeah, luckily he was able to get a hand on him. And that's a big stop from our defense. And maybe 4-3 really is the way to go. We're starting to finally get rushed into the backfield. Didn't really try a run play on that drive, which might have been a bad call, considering how good it was. I mean, how do you see the run be so effective and then go away from it for absolutely no reason? I mean, this is Colorado, coached by Coach Prime, who is allergic to the run. He plays real life like I play college football, 25. Just throw the ball all the time. But these St. Louis Billikens aren't talented enough to do that, and just there's nowhere to go with the ball. I mean, it's partially my fault. I'm just calling the absolute worst plays. Like, that play had no chance of succeeding. I don't know why I picked it. And then I try to roll out and make something happen, and they are just immediately on us. And that looks open down the field. Nope, the safety read it, somehow read it, even though he was crashing down to go attack someone else. And that's a 3-and-out. After a good defensive effort, we do literally nothing. And that's a good tackle. Stopped him at the 15. Shed inside. Yeah, this formation's really working. And yeah, we get home again. What is going on here? Shade inside, shade underneath. And yeah, just errant throw, trying to hit him on the sideline. He was open, but they couldn't make the connection. That's another 3-and-out for this defense. And yeah, they've finally started to show up, but our offense needs to do the same. I don't know. I guess just call another slot fade. See what happens. I mean, they got a deep safety. We'll try to lead them away. And Choi makes the catch again. They can't stop him right now. They know the slot fade's coming. They had a safety back there deep watching for it, and they still couldn't stop it. Trinidad dropped it into a bucket with pressure into his face. Just split the two defenders, and that's a nice catch from Oscar Choi. Sometimes he drops that one, but I kind of just secure caught, ensuring the completion, and he made it happen. And now we need to slow the game down. Except we cannot hold blocks, so that's a negative play right away. Dunbar was open, but we were hit as we threw it. Like, come on, guys. Can we please block for more than 3 seconds? Yeah, you just shed. How do you shed immediately through the middle? It's like he didn't even get a hand on him. He was just by him like he was a ghost. And I mean, a field goal wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here. So it would be a one-possession game, and we can't even get a screen pass off. Because once again, flipping into the O-line is a massive problem in this game. And this is right out, almost out of field goal range for this kicker, who has absolutely no leg. So with the 15-mile-per-hour winds, this may not even be makeable. We will find out. And he drilled it. All right. 39 yards. He made it look difficult. I do have 2 kickers. I need to make sure the right one is kicking for us right now. I mean, he's made 2 already, so I don't know if that's grounds to bench him. But, I mean, and neither of them are very good. It's not like we're going to see some vast improvement here. But yeah, George Lincoln III is in the game. What a name, by the way. Yeah, Lincoln only has 74 kick power, and Merriman has way more. He also has better kick accuracy, so I don't know why he could possibly be lower rated, even though he's better in every single kicking stat. I don't know what the calculation for that is for. I don't know if they're calculating like QB stats into that, because that would be really stupid. Could just be like an awareness thing too. And he found a hole through the 4-3 in that one. Wouldn't be surprised if they threw here. And it's a read option, and we shut it down. Sent an all-out blitz, and you can't run through that. 3rd and 4. We're going to pass commit here. Gonna check down. There's no one there. It's a run. I was backing up into coverage. Gonna try to bounce outside, but we're right there. Stopped him for no gain. That was risky because it was Tampa 2, and I just put the deep linebacker right up against the line. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. And a quick pass, and that's just all they needed. We were playing off coverage a little bit because of the blitz. That's just too easy. Yeah, they're not in too big of a hurry right now. That's a big hit. Still first down. Yeah, and they're just... It's weird how they run hurry up all game, but then it's a 2-minute drill, and they're just taking their sweet time. And yeah, they're just checking down at will right now. I don't know what we need to do. We need to just do some underneath coverage. And where, I guess that's what happens when you shade underneath. And we might consider calling a timeout here. I guess they're going to call a timeout for us. It's just weird management here. We'll run commit up the middle. That's risky. They pass. But it'll be an RPO, and that's just too easy. I mean, we almost got to the QB before he could throw it on the RPO. We were into the backfield in a hurry, but it doesn't matter. Got cooked on the slant. Just a constant happening in this game, and we're gonna need some points here at the end of the half. We can't stall out once again. I mean, we will get the ball for the beginning of the second half. So if we can get points up, we could potentially tie the game. I want to say, if we can score on both of our drives, but that's a tough ask. But we need to come alive here. This is just really embarrassing right now. I mean, slot fades worked for us so far. Might as well go back to it. Can Lonnie Dunbar beat? Nope, we can't even get the throw off. I mean, what does our offensive line even do? What are they out here for? I think we go to Williams. We just need yards. He's got enough for the first down. He shrugs off a tackle. All right, Mason. Finally get him the ball. He's been quiet today. I mean, the throwing game, the passing game has just been quiet. Outside of the few Oscar Choi deep balls, it's been quiet. And they have no safety help over the top. Can we burn with Oscar Choi in the slot? I'm going to go out for Leon Golden, though, and that's just good coverage. He was with him every step of the way. Maybe Choi was the better option. I mean, no, they kind of carried him vertical anyway. So, yeah, I think Golden gave it the best shot. He had a half a step as compared to zero steps. Yeah, he was just blanketed there. 35 seconds to work with here. We're almost to midfield. Need to probably think about calling timeouts here. Here's a good... Oh, that's a good move from Dunbar, and we'll probably have to call a timeout here. He didn't get to the first down marker. They outrun our blockers on the screens. Our line has no speed to get out to block on the screens. It's a little embarrassing. They just run around it. Choi, I think, won. He got bumped a little bit. Can he make it? Yes, he can. That's an Oscar Choi touchdown. He is unstoppable. That is what we needed. The slot fade has been our weapon all day. They haven't caught on. And we just had to throw it up to Oscar Choi, and he did the rest of it. Wasn't too far to reach this time. Finally had enough time to let it go before the pass rush got there. And yeah, it's just a great throw from Vince Trinidad. Made up for his mistake last time. And do we go for 2 in this spot? Or do we go for 2 the next time we score? Right now, it's a 9-point game. Yeah, I guess you just have to make it a 1-possession game. That makes sense. Go for 2 next time. All right, we left 22 seconds on the clock, which is a little bit scary. They have 2 timeouts to work with, but it's 13-21 for now. We just need another stop from our defense before the halftime, and then we'll go in only down 8, and they might return this. They will. We need good coverage here. Yeah, that's great. Stop him at the 11. I don't know what he was thinking. It'll be a run. And he still can't bring him down. And somehow he forces his way out of bounds. And they could get into field goal range here just off that run alone. And it'll be a screen. They're getting it to the running back again. He's got space, and we light him up inbounds. He's broken a little too many tackles today. We had to hit him with a big one, let him know, hey, dude, you can't be doing that. All right, 7 seconds. And that's a questionable decision. Broken up by, I think, by the helmet. When the tight end tried to bring it down, smacked it against the cornerback's helmet. And you'd think they got to go deep here, right? No, they're just going to run it on last play of the half. And that'll do it. I don't know what the plan was there. But we'll take it. Better than a Hail Mary. We've seen that go against us already in this series. But yeah, Dallin Hayden had a great half. We kind of keyed into it later in the half, but yeah, 120 rushing yards in 2 quarters of play. That's pretty impressive. We just could never bring him down, and that's the problem. But we will get the ball. We have a chance to get back into this game here. We're only down 8 points. It's 1 possession. We need to make that possession this possession. Haven't pulled out the read option lately. They're really stacking the edge there. It might not work out. Hand it off to Dunbar. He gets enough. It's gain of 5. That looked way more than 1, but apparently that's all it was. 3rd and 4, and I really hope this Williams drag is open, or I don't know where else I'm going to go with the ball. Dunbar's open. That's easy enough. Right into the benches. Those are really close to the field. That looks like a hazard. I mean, luckily there's no collisions in this game. We're not going to pull a Cam Rising and crash into the Gatorade container and cut our hand. Not tetanus, though, as false rumors have claimed. Step up. There's nowhere to even look before I'm under pressure. Like, I'm finishing the play action, and I already have to start scrambling. Read option, I guess. We'll keep it with Vince Trinidad. And that's just not enough. We needed a little bit more than that. 3rd and 11. Only on our own 30, which is, I mean, you can't justify going for it if you don't get it here. It's way too close to our own end. And how does he... They just read everything, dude. They are just everywhere on the field. And they just know when screens are happening, too. There's just no stopping this team right now. They are not this good, EA. They got a favorable ratings boost for a team that is really not that good. Shit inside. Still can't take him down. How many broken tackles is that in this game? He only got a gain of 5, but, I mean, I say only. That's a huge gain. Even, especially when he was met in the backfield. And that's QB keeper. There's way too much space. Get home. Only a 3-yard loss, but that's a sack from Maurice Hester. He was blitzing from the linebacker spot that time. It'll be a RPO into the dirt. And we finally got a chance to catch our breath here. 3rd and 13. We just can't. Luckily, that was an overthrow. Our linebacker couldn't get a hand on it, but luckily their receiver couldn't either, and that's another good stop from the defense. They've played really well. And don't catch it. Just let it go out of bounds. One of these days, that's going to come back to bite us. But we need to... Our defense has given our offense a lot of chances here. They need to make one of these work. And that's another pick. Because they took away every single option on the RPO. I just don't get it. They're only an 84 overall. Yeah, see, the run is immediately going to get blown up from 2 different areas. The bubble screen is going to get jumped for a pick 6. And the slant has 3 guys covering it. So there's literally nowhere to go with the ball. This team is not this good. There's no reason at all that they're just covering every blade of grass on this football field right now. This is just unbelievable. And Play action. We get there just in time. It would have been a big gain otherwise. We need a sack here or two to really push him out of field goal range. So I think we keep up the pressure. Even no. Blitzing. I mean, yeah. And it looks like a slow RPO there, and someone's hurt for Buffalo. They didn't zoom in on who it was. Was it the running back? I don't know, but it's going to be 3rd and 5. We go match, cover 3. Another slow RPO, and he somehow forces his way across. Even their backup running back is just unstoppable. I mean, we meet him 3 yards behind, and he just keeps his legs turning. We have no strength. And we can't get outside. No one can disengage off a block. No one can bring him down. I mean, just more and more of the same here. I mean, took 3 guys to bring him down. I'm a broken record. I've said that at least 5 times already today. But another run. And how does he get out of that? How does he get out of that? Like, what are we doing here? This guy runs into this. There is 5 guys touching him right now. And he trucks through all 5. Look, it's like he's playing bowling. He just knocked down all 5 pins. What is who are these guys? We need to drug test this team immediately. Something is not right. Something's wrong in the waters here in Buffalo. This isn't Buffalo, but they are the Buffalo. The Buffalo are not right. And it's a QB keeper, and he just walks in. All right. I see how it is. You just weren't going to make it easy, huh? You weren't going to make it look like it was fair? Larry Streeter, the true freshman, I'm pretty sure, he's had a wide open lane because everyone queued in on the running back. And, I mean, what else are you going to do in that situation? We just watched that running back, their backup running back, knock over 5 guys. Like he was a Buffalo. Like he was a literal Buffalo charging down the field. I mean, we had to throw all 8 guys at him, and he just kind of took it and ran like he was Peyton Manning. And once again, we kind of need to get the offense going. They cover every inch of the field. They cover every blade of grass. And that's probably a holding. Yes, it is. I mean, you're holding and you're still giving up pressure within 3 seconds. I mean, what are we doing here? How do you hold and still give up pressure? I mean, shouldn't holding be like you're stopping them from getting to the quarterback? And we still can't get off the O-line. What are we doing? This game is so unbelievably broken. Why am I playing this game? And we can't hear the hot route. The stadium pulse is not even moving. And no, I didn't want you to switch sides. I wanted a hot route. Go back. Go back. Thank you. All right, he heard it that time. I told it to him while he was running past the O-line so he could actually hear it. And we're just going to give it a shot. Just not even competitive. Dude ran the route faster than the receiver did. Just keep saying that, but it keeps happening. They know where the route is going, and they will run it better than your receiver. I'm just throwing this no matter what. And yeah, just covered it. I mean, where am I supposed to go with the ball? I'm at a loss. I'm at a literal loss. Yeah, I guess he beat on the outside. I guess that's Gary Keenan. But the safety was there. He would have batted it down. We all knew that. And then if I throw this guy is making a miraculous effort to jump up and knock it down. This is covered by 2 people. Yeah, there's literally nowhere to go with the ball. Literally nowhere. Yeah, I guess this guy was the best chance. Young Jr. was the best chance, but still would have been knocked down, I guarantee it. That's just how this game has gone. There's nothing will go your way. And that's a huge hit. We need to put some punishment on these guys. I think we just blitz every down. And if they beat us over the top, so be it. And their number 7 running back's back from injury, and he's back where he left off here. And they're gonna catch us in the nickel. And it might be game over here. And that's a great play by Maurice Hester. Just kind of left him unblocked around the edge. Tried to go for a play action to fool him, but nope, just smoked the quarterback from behind. Where's this dime blitzer coming from? Oh, he's just he's lining up like a... Okay. Tackle the quarterback, please. He's a true freshman. He looks like a twig. He's really not that strong, guys. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Yeah, I mean, I wish our running backs could be that good. And I guarantee you the overall ratings are not that different. This dude is an 87. That is pretty good. But, I mean, Isaiah Augustave was only a 78 strength. This guy's a 73 strength. They're not supposed to be breaking tackles like this. There's literally no way. I mean, they are stronger than our guys, but Cameron Teague was getting stood up at the line 1 week ago with way more strength. So, I mean, anything goes at this point. Be 3rd and 12. I guess we'll come out in the dime, because that's what I picked. Crash down. All right, we at least forced a slide. That was scary for a second. And they will kick a field goal. I mean, if this goes in, it's probably game over. You gotta hope for a miss. And of course he drills it. Because of course he did. And this game's well and truly over. If it wasn't already obvious. But we'll keep working. Here's a good return for Perkins. Gets it out to the 30. I don't know, I guess they came into this game with a good game plan. They knew we loved the crossing routes, and they just sat in zone and took away every single crosser. And then edge contained, so our true freshman QB can't scramble. Yeah, the adaptive AI is kicking my ass right now. They cover the... and that's just a drop. What are we doing? You weren't even touched. You just let it brick off your hands. Mason Williams, he's been one of our best players this year, but that was just... There's just no excuse for that. That's open, though. Make up for it. That's a good play. They read the slot fade all the way. The safety took it away, but he vacated the middle of the field, and that allowed Mason Williams to just sprint up it. And we need a couple more plays like that. And he ran across the face. Oh, and that's just overthrown. I think that's a rating issue from Vince Trinidad. I put it in the yellow. Needs to stay in the blue if it's going to be a deep pass. I knew that, and I got excited. He went across the face of the safety, got his hips turned the wrong way. That's just ideal, but I knew that cornerback was going to catch up. I wanted to get the ball there in a hurry, and yeah, just overthrown. Unlucky. I mean, back to the slot fade. It's the only route that's working right now. They're running cover 2, which makes it a little bit harder. And that's open up the middle, though. Here's Mason Williams. He catches it that time through traffic. Couldn't catch it while it was wide open, but he can catch while he's getting smoked. So I don't know what the rhyme or reason is here. And they somehow know it's a run, even though we've passed it for 8 straight downs and we're trying to get back in this game. I don't know how they're Nostradamus. Where's Connor Stallions? Is he on the other sideline? Come, someone go find him. And we're sacked. Yeah, they said that drive was fun, but enough of that. That's got to be. That's a great ball and a great catch from Mason Williams. He got laid out, but he made it work. Now we need to punch this in expeditiously. We have no time to waste. Lonnie Dunbar walks it in. Touchdown, Billikens. I'm finally just starting to grip it and rip it downfield, and we're starting to see results. I was way too scared to throw into their drop zone. And, I mean, with good reason. They were picking off just the most simplest of passes they were picking off. But, yeah, they were finally starting to show some cracks there. I don't know if it was the prevent or if I was just saying screw it and ripping it. But the big plays were there that drive. We just need a 3-and-out. We need to score. Then we need either a 3-and-out or an onside kick. Let's D-line, slant outside, I think. And, that was an RPO, but we lit it up. And I did vacate the dude outside, so luckily he didn't get the throw off. And it'll be 2nd and 16. It'll be a throw. And yeah, just too easy. I guess don't let them beat you over the top, but and they're running from empty, so everyone play underneath. And yeah, just too easy once again. It's the slant that just keeps coming open. We start calling timeouts here before the 2-minute warning. No, they're going hurry up for some reason. Don't tell me they're going hurry up just to wait. I fucking hate this team. Coach Prime, you're a dick. Well, glad they went hurry up for that. That was really riveting. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. And I mean, you have to take away the run here. That's the bottom line. So we're going all out. Run commit up the middle. Bounce outside. Bring him down, please. Please bring him down. All right. I mean, got scary there, but good enough. We just need one more stop here. Stand him up. There we go. I mean, you just got to get 8 people in the backfield. That's the game plan. We will get the ball back. Not much time to do anything, and we will need an onside kick. If we do score, that's a big if. But the game is still technically alive. And here's Acevedo breaking off a huge gain. He's got a lane down the sideline, and no one will catch him. What about that? Acevedo does it all himself. That is an unreal punt return when we needed it most. He said, offense has been stalled out all day. I'll just take it all the way down the field myself. A big transfer pickup we got. Hasn't seen the field as a legit receiver, but as a return man, he has been elite. And we have to get the 2-pointer here. RPO hasn't really worked so far this game, but we're going to get a delay game if we don't hurry to the line. And this is not the play I picked, but I guess we're running it. I mean, yeah, that's not the button I picked. I don't know why it did that. That is literally not the button I picked. But all right, I guess I'm wrong. The game is never wrong. And do you have to onside this? Yeah, you basically have to, right? All right, I don't know the best onside method here. I've never been able to make it work. You just gotta hope that the receiving team drops it, and with our luck, that's not gonna happen. But here we go. And yeah, just casual one-hand scoop, and that'll most likely be the game. What? How does that work? How does that work? I mean, you saw what I saw, right? Look, so I'm this outside guy. You can see with the circle. I try to bounce outside because I know he's going to break it outside. I'm there to cut it off. And see, I'm running to tackle the running back, but I get sucked into a block animation. That's not how it works. I am almost past him. I have no reason to turn and engage. That is an animation locking me in so I cannot make a play on the running back. That is a broken game right there. That is unbelievable. I would have made that play. I'm not saying I would have tackled him because he breaks every single tackle that we try to throw on him, but I would have at least slowed him down and allowed the guy behind him to catch up. But no, I get sucked into an animation. Evidence is right there, plain to see. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I mean, at least they gave us, at least he scored. He didn't go down. So we do technically still have a chance in this game. We can just score quickly and then kick another onside like that did so much last time I tried it. But yeah, we actually have a chance now instead of 0% chance once you got the first down. And they're going one high, so. And just have no time, ever. Yeah, my elite devs gem left tackle just doesn't even want to play the game of football. That is the worst effort I have ever seen in my life. Where is he going? I mean, just one thing after another with this team. And we had a guy wide open downfield too, which sucks. And now we're backed up. Nowhere to go. Almost got a safety. That's going to be a pick because of course it is. And he doesn't fall down? And that'll be a pick 6. Oh my goodness, stopped at the 1. Like, please let this game be over. Like, I get it. The game is rigged, I get it. And our quarterback is hurt. Now, this time our turnstile right guard was the one who gave up pressure, followed immediately by my elite left tackle, who is not elite in the slightest. Once again, no one is open. I just have to chuck it as I get smacked. And, of course, they just perfectly jump the route. And, of course, when they return it, they break 3 tackles. Like, of course. And at least they'll kneel it on the goal line instead of punching it in. Except they're going to try to score here instead. That's fun. Nope, he's just got way too much speed. I mean, don't even try to keep up. And, of course, they're doing the Shadur Sanders celebration. He's not on the team anymore, guys. And you don't even have a watch on. Come on. Stop embarrassing yourselves. I hate this game, dude. I thought I liked this game, and then I started this series, and I realized I absolutely despise this game. Heisman mode is just not fair. Like, they don't even pretend to make you think it's fair. I mean, yeah, when we were a 67 overall team, sure. Like, yeah, we're gonna be a horrible team. We're gonna get blown out because we're just so much worse than every other team we play. But we are a 77, and they are an 84. That's not the biggest gap in the world. It's not like we're playing prime Alabama as Kent State or something. It's not like Tennessee, Kent State over the weekend. No. Like, we're 5 overall points apart. There's no reason why they need to play like gods, and we can't even get a playoff. There's no reason their running back literally cannot be tackled. I mean, we're not middle schoolers. But yeah, the college football scriptwriters wrote a good one today. I guess just had no chance. And, of course, a running back gets over 200 yards on us and gets the player of the game, as is tradition. Against this sorry team. I don't want to look at these guys anymore. I'm sick of them. Look at some player stats here. Larry Streeter. I mean, almost Harry Streeter. If you know, you know. But that's Larry Streeter. True freshman. 75 overall. He played like God. And I mean, Vince Trinidad is only a 73. They're only 2 overall difference. But they play so unbelievably different. It's so unfair. There's just no rhyme or reason for this to be the way that it is. Except for the game just making things artificially harder. Yeah, once again, over 200 yards. You can't win a game when you let the running back average 10 yards a carry. I thought we had his number. We switched to the 4-3. Yeah, I guess just the game decided we weren't going to win. That's what went wrong. There's nothing else to say. Yeah, we had no rushing game. Vince Trinidad he has 90 speed, but he looked like Sean Bartlett out there. He has Silver Magician, but can't move in the pocket. You just get nerfed. This isn't Helldivers, dude. There's no reason to be nerfing players. Oscar Choi had a great game, 122 yards. Most of them on slot fades. Mason Williams had a good game, too. Both them two had the bulk of the work. But, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And I think the bulk of the issue has to fall on the O-line. But they're 76 overall. This guy gave up 3 sacks. He does 76 overall. At some point, it just has to come down to game design. Like, it doesn't even matter if you have an 85 or 90 overall lineman. They will give up sacks at will. I mean, not saying these guys are good at all. We're starting a 68 overall center. 4 tackles for loss for Jeffrey Reynolds, but I'm going to say a lot of that was in the end when we were just blitzing full on. 3 sacks for Maurice Hester. He had a great game. Lester Walters, 1.5. Van Eaton got the last half. No takeaways for the defense here. And then, yeah, just the one punt return touchdown. That was probably the highlight of the game. From Nathan Acevedo. Maybe I need to get him into the wide receiver course. Get him some touches. Because, yeah, we just can't really win down the field that often, which is a big deficit when we can't. When Oscar Choi is our only guy that can threaten vertically, and it's only on slot fades, not normal streaks. No one respects the deep ball, so they can just play underneath. As they did, they just took away the drag, the slant, the crosser, and I just kind of froze up the whole game. So yeah, adaptive AI, hats off to you. And that's going to be another tough loss for this program. While I was exiting the game, I had an epiphany. And see if I was right. I was right. Well, remember when I kept asking why my star dev left tackle kept giving up sacks? Well, it turns out that's because it wasn't my star dev left tackle. It was my trash right tackle playing out of position. Because I redshirted someone before the game, and that resets your entire depth chart, and I didn't realize. Or it just slipped my mind. So every single O-line adjustment that I made got reset. So now everyone was playing on their wrong positions the entire game, and now it makes so much sense. I don't know why the game does this. It says this dude is a better left tackle than he is a right tackle, but he's not. I went in the offseason, and he was not a better left tackle than he was a right tackle. But if you on the depth chart, it says he is. See, it says he's a 78 left tackle, but on the top right, he's a 76. So they think he's better than a left tackle, so they put him at left tackle, even though he's a right tackle. But him being a 78 isn't even true because he doesn't have team player, so he gets out of position penalties. So he's not even a 78. He's going to be so much worse. So why do they continue to force me to play people out of position? Yeah, every single position on this depth chart is wrong. So yeah, I'm glad I went through a game of that. It's crazy how people just can play on the wrong side. Everyone is on the wrong side of the line. My left guard is playing at right guard. My right guard is playing at left guard. My right tackle is at left tackle. I don't know what is going on. And as I'm rearranging this depth chart, I'm just now seeing that this redshirt freshman right tackle has 85 speed. That is actually unbelievable. Like, this big man can move. As compared to my right tackle starting now, who was at left tackle last game, who just got absolutely torched for 3 sacks. He is a 55 speed. Like, no wonder I couldn't get a screen pass off. He couldn't even lumber his big ass out there. Like, what are we doing here? I might actually bench him for that, even though he was out of position. Was asking him to play a position he didn't know. This redshirt freshman actually looks good. He's got better lead block. He's got better pass block. He's way faster. I think we got to make this switch. We'll try it out. Nathan Acevedo, he's not getting onto the field because he's 6th on the depth chart, but he is a 93 speed. He is by far the fastest person on this team, and I think we got to move him up. We desperately need some speed. Gary Keenan, he's made some good plays for us, but he's only an 84 speed. That is just simply not going to cut it. I think he is a good route runner. He has the best hands on the team too, at 87. But his catch in traffic isn't great. Spectacular catch is also not great. Yeah, he is our best, I guess, route runner. But I mean, he's not getting open. That much is sure. That much is the case. I guess he's just too slow to shake the cornerbacks. I mean, I guess it has to be it. Even though he's running the route well, he's just not running it fast enough. So yeah, I think he has to take a step down here. What is Acevedo's knock? What does he not do well? Why is he so low rated? He's got bad catching. Okay. I mean, not even as bad as our #1 receiver right now, Leon Golden. He's only got 76. So I mean, if the game wants him to drop a pass, he'll drop it. It doesn't matter what his rating is. It doesn't matter. Spectacular catch, also not great, or his catch in traffic. So I mean, he'd just be more of a street guy than an underneath guy. So maybe let's not have him catching RPOs, or maybe that's where he'd be best at. #3 on the depth chart is where you catch RPOs. Maybe that's his best role. He doesn't have to worry about catching in traffic because he just catch it behind the line, and then he can turn up with his speed. I think we stick him there, at least for next game. We'll try it out. Oscar Choi's 5th, but he's in the slot wide receiver spot, so he'll still find his way onto the field. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. And he also has no release. Okay. Yeah, he's fast, but he just doesn't really do the technical side of the position well. That's a bit unfortunate. Got no stiff arm. He's just weak. Got a good juke move, though. Yeah. He is a good return guy. So, I mean, after that punt return, we might as well give him a chance. I don't think I need to change anything with recruiting, so I think I'm just going to advance. Oh boy. 1 and 2. I mean, looking at the schedule, you thought that would be on the cards with how tough the schedule was. 2 top 10 teams in the first 3 weeks. But yeah, I think we deserved better than how we played, I think, and what the scoreline suggested. We're not that bad of a team. And Maurice Hester is your MAC Defensive Player of the Week with 3 sacks. I think the 3 TFLs are included in the sacks. They might have been the same plays. But yeah, good performance from him. Had to do a lot more dropping back into coverage as well, which isn't really his game, but he made it work. And it's our bye week here, week 4. We'll do a little bit of bye week recruiting, then move on to week 5. Nope, we're still in play on everybody. Still got a lead on Lyle Luter. Kentucky is starting to add a little bit more points there, I see. But yeah, nothing too crazy. We're just kind of steadily pulling away. He likes proximity to home, which is good. We already knew that, though. Hopefully he likes playing time, because we can definitely offer him that and not much else. Into the top 5 on Ty Swearinger, but Iowa State has passed us up. They made a big push in the last week, and he doesn't want anything that we can offer, and we don't have any good grades for him, so that's that might be a commitment we lose. Still ahead on Robbie Seitz, though. Eric Mendoza, we're into the top 2. So do we try to soft sell this guy? It'd be cheaper. We'd free up a little bit of points while doing so too. Yeah, friends and family just isn't cutting it. We have to take a risk here. These grades are just horrific. This is the worst team of all time. We have no stadium atmosphere, which is the worst part. It sounds like a church every time we play. We have no playing style because we can't ever move the ball. No coach prestige because we lose every game. No championship contender because we don't recruit well. SLU in real life isn't a D+ academic prestige. It's actually a pretty decent school in terms of academics. I would say, but I replaced Northern Illinois when I had to import the Teambuilder, and you just take that team's grades, and I guess Northern Illinois is just a horrific university. So, yeah. I mean, it just makes it harder. Not that we need the challenge, I guess. I mean, do we just hope he likes proximity to home? He doesn't have a deal breaker, so I can't cheat that way. I mean, yeah, proximity to home is the best we can do. So I think we just gotta really hope. And then we get him in on playing time too. Not the best. I mean, why am I even recruiting this guy if he's not even gonna play? That's the better question. But we're losing Dunbar and Perkins. We're losing, so we're graduating 2. I do like to replace the seniors that leave at least. So I think we do need 2 running backs in this class. I guess with Mendoza being an A+, that could drive Swearinger's playing time rating down. And who knows if we get Mendoza, someone might make a huge push late and steal him. We'll just do that and hope he likes it, but odds are he won't. I just kind of threw a scholarship on this fullback, and that's all you really need to do. No one really cares about fullbacks. You can just wait until the end of the off season, and he'll just sign for you. You don't really need to do much else. Max Steinbach, we're still in first place on. Middle Tennessee jumped Memphis. They're starting to make a little bit of a push, but not as much as we are. We're in the top 5. Can we sell him on anything? He is a proximity to home guy, but that doesn't help us. Hopefully he's a playing time guy, but I don't think that really works. Do we get him in on a visit? We don't have another home game until week 9. We just play like 5 away games in a row and then like 4 home games in a row. I don't know who made the schedule, but it's the scheduling logic is a little bit horrific in this game too. But yeah, will he last to week 9? And is it worth scheduling him for a visit? I mean, what are we, week 4? Can he survive 5 weeks? And who knows if we'll even win against Ohio? I mean, they are a horrific team. If we don't lose, I would be shocked. Yeah, the only problem with scheduling a visit is we don't have the points to schedule a visit. We'd have to take points off someone else to make it happen. And I don't know if we're in a position to do that without losing out on people. I guess I'll go through everyone else and then see what we can do after. We'll circle back. BJ Cobb, we're still in the lead on. Just plugging along with our 10 points. Don't really need to do much else. We're just keeping pace ahead of Iowa State. Lorenzo Boone, we're in first place on. In the top 5 now, but yeah, once again, we're not really in the position to sell. I mean, we could soft sell him with only one trait lining up. I mean, that would be the best we could do. I mean, two A's isn't the worst thing. We could do this. I think that's what we got to do. We do desperately need line help, and he's a 4-star, almost a fringe top 100 player, pass protector archetype, and yeah, he could be a big piece for us if we can land him. But we'll need to get him ahead of Iowa and Wisconsin, two Big Ten schools with a lot of pull. So we need to make a big push here. And yeah, Tracy Funchess might be out of reach. I think it might be worth pulling out here. Tyler Dellenbach also might be out of reach. I mean, they're not making the biggest of pushes. If we really go all in, we could maybe get back into it, but we're not in a position to go all in. We need the points elsewhere. So these two might come off the board. I might just take points off, but leave them on. Let's see if we can circle back later. Garrison Addington, we're still ahead on. Still in the top 8, no need to do anything else. Wade Key, we're still ahead on. DJ Fredrickson, we're still ahead on. I might take the 10 points off. No one else is even trying. Gio Hurd, we're still ahead on. Ty Marshall, we're still ahead on. Denario Irving, we're behind to Purdue. They made a ginormous push in the past week. He's an athlete, middle linebacker. Yeah, just when you see that big of a leap, like, you have to ask yourself, are we even going to be able to keep up? We might have to back out on this guy again. Sucks to back out on recruits, but you need to know when to pull out. It's a trained skill. I'm not exactly trained in it. Not very good at pulling out. But, yeah, you can't waste points. You can't sink points into someone you're not going to get. And we're not going to get this guy. They were in the top 5, so they've definitely started selling. We have nothing to sell him on. Unless he likes... I mean... Am I crazy, or do we hard sell those 3 A+s? I mean, we'll get the penalty for not lining up. Apparently, we're an A+ playing style for a run stopper, even though we can never stop the run to save our lives. Not sure what that's about. I think we just try to pivot again to Nathan Randall and try to beat out Iowa State here, because we're in the top 5 here too, and they're not even. I don't think they even have points on them. That's just a scholarship influence gain. I think that's what we do. We're on 25. How's our cornerbacks doing? Still ahead. Still ahead. They're both man, which is concerning because man is just horrific in this game. You need a run zone if you want to have any defensive success. And these man guys are usually bad at zone, so I'm kind of scared a little bit. I might have to go back into the prospect list and try to find some different prospects to add. But didn't we have like a couple higher rated corners that I just got blown out on, so I had to drop out? That sounds about right, but I'm not too certain. Joey Riggs, we're still ahead on. And we're almost there on Otomewo from St. Louis, Missouri. We do need to get more St. Louis guys, I think. We need to start defending our home turf. We don't have a pipeline on Missouri, which is concerning. And we're good with our specialists so far. So yeah, I think I'm going to go look for more corners. Maybe, what else did I want to look for? One other position. I'll think of it. Here, I figured the race was lost on the 2 right guards I was looking at, so I took one of them off the board. I'm leaving this one guy on here just in case. Might remove him too. But I found a few guys that are open and no one's going after, and they're actually better than the guys I was pursuing. They all have A+, and the guys I was looking at, they dropped. This guy's at a B, and this guy was at a C. The other guy was at a D+, which is why I just took him straight off the board. But yeah, pivoting might be the best choice, especially if these guys... Yeah, no one's going after these guys. No one's offered them a scholarship yet. And all 3 of them are A+. But this guy, we're at least in 10th place in interest, whereas we're not even on the radar for the other 2. So we'll get into his top 8 faster. And then he's also in a pipeline state. So I think we get a boost from that. So I think we're going to go with Jared Mangum. Even though he's a little bit undersized at 6'2", we'll offer him a scholarship. All right, we're ahead to week 5. check in on recruiting one last time before we end the video here. I don't think anyone freed up any points. Yeah, no one's committed, but no one's locked us out. Same old, same old. Still in the lead on Lyle Luter. Still fighting with Tyus Swearington, which I don't know why. I mean, was that bump even a little bit bigger with the soft sell? I don't know. I mean, this is the slowest race of all time. Iowa State and us are going at it, but neither of us really want him that bad. And I don't really think he's that any special. So, yeah, I won't put too much into him. Robbie Seitz, we're just kind of ahead doing literally nothing. Mendoza, we are in first place on now. We just passed Duke. Still in the top 8, so nothing to sell yet. Still have nothing to sell as well. So he might be a send the house the whole way. Steinbach, ooh. That is a big push from Auburn. They're starting to catch wind, and they're starting to make a push for the finish line now that it's top 5. Middle Tennessee has a visit week 6. I don't know what good that'll do them. But we might have to get this guy in on a visit. But I don't know where we'll free up points. Yeah, because selling him would be literally useless. Do we just send the house? Or, I don't know, we might just lose out on this guy. That's the problem, is sending the house is fine once you're in the top 8 or before then. You're just chewing up lots of influence. You move that bar pretty quick. But then you get to the top 5 and everything slows to a halt. And if you don't sell, either soft sell or hard sell, you just don't get as much influence once you hit that stage. It just becomes less effective. And then those big schools, they can just sell you on all 3 with A pluses, and they just zoom right up the board. So yeah, the early recruiting can give you a lot of false hope. But yeah, Auburn is just coming to take that away pretty quick here. And I don't know how we can keep pace or slow them down. So, I mean, a week 9 visit would be our only hope. But I don't even know if a week 9 visit would be enough to make up ground. So I think we just leave it for now. We can make a visit later, obviously. Yeah, and we're lucky Wisconsin and Iowa aren't making huge pushes on Lorenzo Boone. But they've got visits in for week 10 and 12. I guess we could get this guy in a week 9 one if we wanted to, too. We can get in ahead of him. But I think we'll wait till week 8 to make that happen. See if we really need to or not. Well, and as soon as we offer Landry Jackson a scholarship, Middle Tennessee starts to take him seriously. This guy had no scholarship offers, but Middle Tennessee is stalking us. They saw we like this guy, so they're coming in to swoop him in. And who knows if we can get into the top 8 before they lock us out. So do we pivot to Rico Bober? Sounds good to me. We'll tack 10 points on him. And then I'll maybe double back and do Landry Jackson too. Just need to make sure we don't have any other needs. We got passed for Ronald Dole by Ball State, but that's fine. We have a 4-star that we're going after instead. Ball State's trying to make a bigger push for the D tackle. And we kind of need this guy, so might need a soft sell here. Use up my last 20 points. Those are 3 A pluses though. This could work out. And they're not doing. They don't have that much influence. We just need to keep keeping pace. Yeah, it's a good thing we pulled out on Denario Irving. He is long gone to Purdue. And we've fallen behind on Nathan Randall. I don't think we were ever ahead. We just kind of pivoted late, and Iowa State saw that, and they said, hey, we need to step up the ante. And yeah, I might need to pivot to a new middle linebacker too. I think we are officially into the top 5 on Lyle Luter. I don't know if I mentioned that last time. But yeah, nothing to sell as usual. So we'll just hold on for now. Right, I have added a couple new middle linebackers to the board. I have 3-star Harvey Lanier, field general from Seattle. And yeah, only Western Kentucky's really making a push, so I feel like we can sneak into the top 8. Only B+ playing time, but better than nothing. I think it's being pushed down by Dom Sullivan here. He's a 4-star with not really many offers. Only Middle Tennessee is starting to make a push ahead of Clemson, who's done nothing. So we could sneak back up on him too. He is a pass coverage type, which isn't my favorite. And it's risky to go after a 4-star when we're already stretched thin as it is. But, I mean, too good to pass up, I guess. I just can't help myself. And I think that's all for recruiting. And I will leave it there. And next time we will be playing San Diego State in San Diego. And 2 1-2 teams. We desperately need to come out on top to really get this year going off on the right start. We'll be good at 500 going into conference play. And if we can do that, I would think we have a chance to be bowl eligible, and even that, like maybe an outside chance at the conference championship game. But that'll depend on how we play, and we're going to need to play better than how we played this week, that's for sure. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.